Hey, what's up everybody? Danny here with The Neighbor's Kitchen. In the last video, we unboxed, set up, and did the burn-in process with my brand new Z Grills 700 D4E. This thing has got me so excited I can't wait to do the first cook with it. I've not yet cooked with this. I'm bringing you along for the ride. I was so incredibly impressed with this PID controller. This is the new version, it's 3.0. The burn-in process called for 45 minutes at 500 degrees. And ladies and gentlemen, it was so tight. It was plus and minus 4 degrees. And it was 23 exterior outside. So I stepped away after getting my grill all assembled and ready to go. And I tried to think of a recipe that would really let us test the legs of this thing. So we're going to do an over-the-top chili entirely on this. We're not going to dirty up more pots and pans than needed. We're gonna crank this sucker all the way up to 500 again and see if it is a good advocate for searing. Then we're gonna lower it. We're gonna smoke that beautiful meatball. It's gonna be great. And then when the meatball gets up to temperature, we're gonna crumble it up, put it into the chili, and crank up the temperature a little bit and let it simmer before I take it to the game tonight. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Let's, for the first time, in real life, in real action, check out the 700 D4E. All right, here we go. I shoveled out a little path. We have about 13 to 14 inches of snow. Had a buddy help me move this out through the house. We did not go around because that sounds terrible. But we got an extension cord run over here. Here's the inside after the burn-in. There we go. Startup process for this. We start with the lid open. Check. We're going to run over here. Hit the power button. It defaults to 275. We start at smoke, so I'm going to hit the button, and then I'm going to crank this down all the way to 160. And here in just a minute, it's gonna lock in. Auger's doing its thing. The element below this is doing its thing. We have the warming rack removed for this recipe because the Dutch oven's gonna sit right here. So let's let this ignite. And then we're going up into the 500 degree range with a Dutch oven. It's been only 5 minutes, and hopefully you can see behind me that we have white smoke coming out of it. So it is at this point we are ignited and we can preheat to our desired temperatures. But first we need one thing. We're going to place our Dutch oven in the middle. Close the lid. We can go down here now. This is going to rise quickly since the door was open. We're going to push the button and crank this all the way up to 500 degrees. We're going to let the grill get preheated up to temperature along with the Dutch oven. Then we're going to saute some onions. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. I needed a little extra time to move some cameras around. I'd say it probably took 10 minutes to get from 160 to 500. This thing's pretty quick. Super pleased with that. Let's go ahead and see what the Z Grills Sauté Game is like. All right, here we go. First things first, check out what we got going on. There's our Dutch oven. I'm gonna give it a good glug of avocado oil. Here we go. Oh yeah, gonna hit it with just a pinch of 2 to 1. All right, a pinch and a half. Let me give it another hit of avocado oil. Cool. I'm gonna make a landing pad let this get reheated up for just a minute. I'm smelling the onions already, which is a great sign. I'm gonna add in, this is an entire head of garlic. Don't worry about this recipe. It's in the description below, but that's not what we're focused on today. You guys got it? There we go. Now I'm just gonna wait for the garlic to get fragrant, then we'll mix it all together. The combination of red onion, garlic, and oak pellets. Quite lovely. I'm a fan. It's time to mix everything together because I smell it all. Oh yeah. You guys see the steam coming off of the onions? Yeah, this thing is awesome. It's actually getting up to 500 degrees is a big feat, in my opinion. The consistency and the recovery of this new controller is incredible. We're lifting the lid to stir, and it drops down because the probe obviously senses the ambient temperature of February. Close the lid, and every time I need to go stir again, it's back at 500. So I'm a big fan of this. I'm going to count this as a huge W in our test. So let me finish up the saute here, and then we're going to adjust our temperature down to 225 for smoking. We'll go in the house to finish our base since everything is covered in snow. And hey, hit the like button. Thank you. Let's give this a good old mixing. Okay, we got this on keep warm. All of our ingredients are mixed up. Our smoker is still adjusting down to 225. Let's slide you over real quick. Meatball. So here we go. This is 2 pounds of dead cow and 1 pound of sausage, a little bit of seasoning mixed into it, and it's just lightly packed into kind of a ball. Don't want to squeeze out the juices. This is also the first time we'll be testing the Z Grills meat probe. And I think once we get this going, we ought to fire up the truck just to make sure this thing is truly wireless. And we'll go on a little road trip. How's that sound? So here we go. Here's our meat probe. Go ahead. Just nice and centered. We'll go up there. Kind of coil this around so we don't trip over anything out the door. And we're at 223. So let's get this smoking. Here we go. Here we go. Nice and centered. Just robbed this off my grill. Here's our meatball. Might be a little tight, but I think it's going to work just fine. This guy here runs through the side. Just real quick, make sure. Perfect. Let's go ahead, plug this into probe 1. Look at that. Immediately starts sensing. Looks like we're starting out at 42, 44 degrees. We're gonna go to 165. But yeah. Ooh. That's how we're gonna go to 165. Let's Let's go on a quick road trip and check out the Wi-Fi capabilities of this grill. All right, rolling up the driveway at 230 degrees and 46 degrees on the probe. We are well beyond Wi-Fi and Bluetooth range at 223. There's 224, so it is adjusting. I also see that the Wi-Fi icon is highlighted. I believe when we were on the patio, they were both, neither were highlighted red. So I'm presuming that means that both were available, but right now it's only on Wi-Fi. We're at 46 degrees. I did set an alarm for that to go off at 165. So we don't have to keep our eyes on it like a hawk. It's just gonna chirp at us. Let's go see what the waterfall looks like. See how stuck we can get. I'm not sure this is the greatest of ideas I've had. Uh-oh. Let's go check it out. Oh yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Smoking at home, checking out the scenery. Yeah. All right, let's get back to our smoker. Wi-Fi works remotely. We've proven that. See you guys when something interesting happens. Hatsa! There we go. Well, there's our chili. May as well, since we can, turn off the grill remotely. Nothing exciting happened that I really needed to bring you guys in on. Went through our smoke period. Just fine. How cool is that waterfall? Did you guys see that? That was pretty neat. Let's see. We did that. It got to 165. I brought everything inside because there's no service area that's not covered in snow. Pulled apart the gigantic meatball, put it in the chili, mixed it around. I put the lid on. I put it back on there. I cranked the heat up to 275 for about half an hour just to let all those flavors kind of get in there. And well, you're all caught up now. Here we go. We're going to try this real quick before I take it down to a Super Bowl party. Hang on, hang on. Here we go. Ready? Ooh. Ooh. That smells really good. I hope you guys will give me some grace, as this video is not about the recipe, it's about this really cool smoker we have. I'm about to take this down to a party. We have one question to answer. So far in this video, we have answered the question: does this new grill actually have the breadth of everything? We can saute on it very well because it actually gets up to 500 degrees. Wonderful. I love that. I'm so excited to see what else we can cook on it. It has the versatility of low heat too. But the last question I have to answer is, what what's the smoke flavor? Is it too much? Is it too little? Is it dirty smoke? It's a big thing when you're not just looking for a all-in-one kind of unit, because a lot of the pellet grills are supposed to be smokers. So let's make sure here to grab a piece of meat. Let's see what the smoke flavor is like. Okay. Okay. Oh, baby. Hang on, you guys gotta see this piece. You got on that side, nice smoky bark. And since we smoked like a giant meatball and then pulled it apart, kind of hard to see with the sauce. There's a little bit of a smoke ring in there. I'm getting, no joke, a perfect amount of smoke. Perfect. Oh man. Oh man, this is really good. Guys, I cannot think of a more successful first cook I've had with any other device ever. This thing is awesome. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me for this video. I'm a big fan of this device, and I'd also like to thank Z Grills for sponsoring this video. They came to me saying, we want you to try our grill, and they certainly have not disappointed. I'm gonna learn even more about this grill. We're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep cooking with it. I hope you subscribe for all of those videos coming. If you are already convinced and want to join the Z Grill Club, I urge you to use the product link down below. Now hang on. They have a lot of products right now. Right now, the thing that I am the most excited about is this new PID controller 3.0. It's the new unit. I think that is probably, if we had to circle something, the thing I am most impressed with. The thing is accurate, it's consistent, it recovers so well over any other pellet smoker controller that I've used. I have nothing bad to say about this unit. Super pleased, love it. Came together well in the installation video, cooked super well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Before I turn this video into just way too long, thank you so much. Please make sure you're subscribed and hit that like button if you don't mind. Until next time, be well.